Hi, it's Patsy. So I'm back again today to do another VR, and this one is my cozy decks, and it's a VR to Nightshade Tarot. So I think everybody's idea of cozy can be different, so what decks you choose are going to be different as well. For me, cozy is that time of day when I'm finished for the day, I've got nothing else to do, and it's usually the evening time. I can curl up in the chair. If it's cold, I've got my duvet or my cover blanket or something. Or very often I'll take myself off into my bedroom, get comfortable on the bed, prop myself up with my pillows, take a deck with me. I don't watch much TV, so usually I've got YouTube playing in the background, but I'll always have a deck with me. Decks that are comfortable, familiar, I know really well, because I don't want it to be a time where I've got to study or think. I just want to shuffle, pull some cards and just see what sort of story unfolds from the cards, that kind of thing. So these are the decks that I gravitate towards for that kind of evening, and that's most evenings for me, to be fair. There is 5 tarots and 2 oracles. Now the 2 oracles are quite new oracles for me, but they've quickly become a cozy deck for me. So the first one is Tarot of the Hidden Realms. This is one of my favourite decks. I've had it a while, a few years, and I just love how this deck talks to me. And it's one of those decks where it's like you're looking into this little community of the Fae living amongst the forests and the woodlands, and you're just sitting there and part of their life and part of that woodland experience. And I just love to sit there and just shuffle away, pull a few cards, just get a story, just get a message. It's such a gorgeous deck. I didn't think when I got this that I was going to enjoy it, but it really speaks to me. This is my little deck. I don't use this for anything other than myself, and to me this is my #1 cozy deck. This is one that I'll very often just grab as I'm going up the stairs or going into the living room. So that is the first one. That is Tarot of the Hidden Realms. Let's move that out of the way. So the next one is the Shadowscapes. Again, for the same reason. It's very much a Fae energy, and it's very much set in them deep wooded areas, and it's like sitting on the outskirts looking into them, going about their daily business. And this deck is so beautiful. I had put this away for a while and completely forgot just how lovely it was, and I got it out a couple of months ago and I've not been able to put it down since. I'd forgotten just how beautiful this deck is, and it's so intuitive. It takes no thinking. You know, you just pull the cards and you've got that story there, you've got your message. It's such an intuitive, gorgeous deck. And like I said, I'd forgotten just how beautiful this deck was. And now it's out again. I can't see me ever putting it away. I pull this one all the time. Again, it's not one that I'd read other people, it's just for me and the deck. It's a very close connection, very intuitive connection, and I just love it. I know a lot of people say about it, the artwork being really small and what have you, but that is part of it, I think, seeing these small little Fae amongst, you know, this world of theirs. I just love it. So yeah, so that is the Shadowscape Tarot. Like I said, a firm favourite and one of my go-to decks in the evening when I just want to sit and shuffle and pull some cards. The next one is a newer deck to my collection. I got this a few months ago, and it's the Intuitive Goddess Tarot. Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. And again, this is very intuitive. I love how it's set in that night time. And like I said, because I use these cozy decks in the evening and at night times, this kind of matches my mood sometimes. This is probably one that I pull a little less frequently than the others, but there is times when I just think I need this one tonight. This is the one I'm taking with me, and it's a beautiful deck, and there is name changes in some of the cards, but because I just read it intuitively and just getting a story from it and just see if it has a message for me, then it's just perfect for that. Again, this isn't a deck I use for other people. This is just, and I think that's what a lot of my cozy decks are. They are decks that I just use for me. It's just me and them time, that kind of thing. And it's not decks that I'd pull every day to do the month ahead spreads or weekly spreads or reads for other people. It's just me and the deck, that kind of feeling. So that is the Intuitive Night Goddess. That's another one that I do like to pull. So the next one is the Green Witch Tarot. I've had this many years, and this has been a firm favourite of mine since I got it. It's very intuitive. I know there's a little deviation from the Rider-Waite system, but that doesn't matter. And again, this is another deck, just me and him. It's not a deck that I read for other people very often with. I think I have probably a couple of times when I first got it, but not really anymore. It's just a special deck with a special connection between us. And it's beautiful. The images are lovely, very comforting, very cozy, and just a go-to on them nights when I'm just wanting to pull a few cards. So that is that one, the Green Witch Tarot. So the last one is a new one to me. I only had it a month or so, probably about 2 months now. And oh, the bottom card never wants to come out. It tends to stick. So it's the Slavic Legends Tarot. This I soon became connected with this deck. I use it daily, and I think because I've used it daily and I've studied it a lot, I've got to know it like decks I've had for years. It's because we've had such a close connection these last few weeks since getting it, and you know, like I said, studying it and what have you, that it's a gorgeous deck, and I have such a close connection with this deck now. This is one that I could use to read other people with quite easily. It's very Rider-Waite based, but it's beautiful. I can use this for all occasions, but I very often grab this one and take it upstairs with me. It's such a lovely deck. So that is the Slavic Legends Tarot. So that's all of the tarots. So the last two decks that I've got are oracles. Now that these ones are quite new to me, but again, it was this instant connection. The first one is the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle, which is the mass market one. And it's just something about these images. The artwork is absolutely stunning. Everybody's seen this deck, I would say. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous. And the keywords on it just tell you so much, and there's so much in the image that you can just sit with 1 or 2 cards. Never pull more than 3 with these decks, with the oracles. And sometimes just one, and I'll just sit and get a message from that one. But the artwork is stunning. The colouring, it's just such a cozy deck for me. And again, this could be one that I could use for clarifiers or whatever with the tarot and what have you, or just on its own. But I mean, who can not love these images? They are stunning. And I'm so glad that this come out mass market. But yeah, I love this deck. That's became a firm favourite for me. So the last one that I'm going to show you is one I've only had a few weeks, and the reason that I bought it, I'll cut the roses. The reason why I bought it is because my nan, my maternal grandmother, who was a huge part of my life, look at that edging, and there's the backs, loved roses. Her garden was full of rose bushes. Her wallpaper in the house was full of roses. Her clothes had roses on. Her bone china tea sets all had roses on. She just loved roses of every description. And I picked up this to connect with my nan. And I love this deck. I love the images, I love the keywords, I love the book, what goes with it to get a message from. And when I use this, I really feel connected to my nan. It's such a lovely deck. So to me, when I'm feeling a bit nostalgic and I feel like I need a message from my nan, or that nan energy, I mean, this would have been like the sort of thing she had on her cups and everything. This is the deck that I pull, and instantly I feel a connection there with her and my childhood, and that time when I used to spend so much time there. I used to sleep over all the time because I preferred being at her home. Cuddled up on the sofas with the aunties, or, well, sisters now, but I didn't know that. But just spending so much time there. And this deck just means so much to me. And like I said, I've only had it a few weeks, but it's instantly become a firm favourite. So that's short and sweet, but that is my cozy decks. I wanted to come on and do these VRs. I'm loving watching everybody else's and what they class as their cozy decks. So if you have done it, pop it underneath and then I can pop over and have a look. But yeah, and if you've got any cozy decks, I'd love to hear what yours are. Thanks for watching. Bye.